Hello, my name is Russell Brown from Adobe Systems, and of course, this is The Russell Brown Show. I'm going to be continuing my series that's all about mobile photography. We learned how to take a photograph here on the iPhone, then transfer those images into Adobe Lightroom Mobile, into the Adobe Creative Cloud, and back down into my desktop version of Lightroom where I'm organizing the images. It's now time to have a bit more fun with our images and start to flag, rate, and sort them as we prepare to start to edit our images. Let's now switch right over to my iPad Pro where I'm doing most of my editing. And that's what I love about this whole workflow. I can capture with the iPhone and then edit on my iPad Pro. So let's get started with this episode and let's learn how to flag, rate, and sort our images. Okay, here we are on my iPad Pro. You can see our current collections displayed right here. Let's get started by going right into my iPhone Pfeiffer Beach 2016 collection of images. This is a great collection of images where I've photographed a fantastic surfer by the name of Sean Tract. I followed him as he entered the beach, and this set will work extremely well for showing you how to flag, rate, and sort your images before you start to edit them. Let's get started. Right up here, if I tap on this first image right here, you can see that it displays in full screen mode. To even see a larger image, you simply need to tap once right on the image, and then it will dismiss the current interface. Tap again, and you can bring it back. Now, right down here at the base, you notice over here on the right, there are 3 dots. With the 3 dots here on the right-hand side, that indicates that we're in the flagging and rating mode. If I tap on those 3 dots, they transition over here to the left, and we're now in the editing mode. The editing mode, of course, lets us crop, set the presets, and make adjustments. But for this tutorial, we're going to rate and flag these images, so I'm going to tap once again to switch to this mode. Next, I want to show you how you can tap and hold on the screen to bring up this dialog, because this dialog lets you set the speed flagging, speed rating, or speed review combined. It's currently in speed rating. Let's see how this works. I'm going to tap away from that dialog to dismiss it. Now watch this carefully. I'm going to tap and move at the same time. Tap, move. By combining the tap and the move together, I can automatically bring up the rating. In this case, I'd like to rate this, let's say, at 2 stars. Just like that. I release my finger from the screen and then it dismisses that. Just like that. So that's speed rating. If I tap and hold and then select speed flagging, just like this, I can now tap and move once again, and I can now flag my image. In this case, I'm not going to set a flag on this particular image. In fact, I tend to work with rating my images only. That works best for me, but you can choose which of these systems you like to use to tag your images as you sort them. Next, tapping and holding one more time, we want to take a look at speed review combined. Tapping that, check this out, tap and move quickly, and you can see that you can adjust the star rating here on the right, and if you tap here on the left, you can now adjust the flagging. So you have a combination of both of them at the same time. Again, I'm going to tap and hold and select the speed rating as my preferred choice. Now, I can quickly tap on this and set the rating to 2. Then, I simply tap and slide to the left to review my other images. When I come across an image I like, I tap and hold and move to rate that image. So now I go through my images one by one, like this, tapping, sliding up to set the rating. Excellent. Let's assume now that I've gone through all of my images and I've rated this full set of images. I'm going to go back over to my editing mode by tapping on the three dots here to the right. Because I want to show you, even if you're in the editing mode, you can tap and move, and you can still do a speed rating while you're editing. Really fantastic. Now it's time to sort my images and only review the images that have 5 stars. In the upper left-hand corner, I'm going to tap here on the arrow to the left to see all of my images here from my Pfeiffer Beach shoot. Here at the top, I'm going to now tap on the iPhone Pfeiffer Beach collection just like that. This now reveals the dialog where you can start to sort your images based upon the criteria that you've set up through flagging and through rating. I'd like to show you the difference first between flat and segmented. The flat mode displays all of your images as you see them here. If I select segmented, it will now display the images, in this case, according to the time in which they were photographed, as you see here. So it segments them into the criteria that you've set up. I prefer the flat mode in my workflow. Now let's take a look at the images that I've set with a 5-star rating. To do that, I'm going to tap right here to select 5-star ratings. Notice it's set to greater than or equal to 5 stars. If I tap on the greater than or equal to sign, I can select less than or equal to 5, and then back to greater than or equal to. In this case, let's tap twice and select equal to 5-star rating. Notice I have 30 images that I've selected with this 5-star rating. This process helps me review the images more closely, so I'm not confused by a really large set of images, and these are just the images I want to work on. Now, for example, I can tap on this first image in this set of images, just like this, and review this one more time. If I do not want this part of the set, I simply tap and move my finger down, giving it, in this case, 1 star, and it will now be removed from that set. So it's a really great way, in my case, to rate my images and then quickly sort them and rate them once again, so I can start to bring this down to just the images I want to work with. So there you have it. You've gone through the process of flagging, rating, and finishing off by sorting your images. We're now ready to start editing our images. Be sure and check out my next episode.